Oh, stop it. Amazing. Well, thanks, everybody. It's been a great shit. No. Welcome to the worst idea of all time, live in Europe. For now.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having us. Just quickly for reference, how did everyone enjoy the house music as you filed in? Was that good? Did that get you into the right frame of mind? For anyone listening along.
It's been a hell of a day. Here we are in London with one of your own, Glenn Moore, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest.
Thank you so much.
We've been locked away in a hotel room for the entire day. I don't even know what the hour count is, watching films. It's been amazing. And did you want to play the other little medley, which is more representative of our emotional state?
I thought I had a really good idea, because it has been what Glenn Moore described as a dark day. And we watched the 4 movies we've seen 52 times individually already. We watched once more consecutively, which was Sex in the City. We watched it in reverse order. I described it to Tim as like going down a slide. We watched Sex in the City, We Are Your Friends, Sex in the City 2, and then Grown Ups 2. And I said to Tim, wouldn't it be great if we could replicate that experience for the audience when we walked out on stage? So what if we took all the intros from the movie and we overlaid them to create one ultimate track?
Zaccoli himself couldn't have done any better. It was truly a stroke of
Tim
audio
described
genius.
it as sonically unusable. But for your listening pleasure right now, please, Maestro. Stop, you gotta stop. But it does give you a vague idea of where we're at.
Glenn, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. I've got to admit, I missed the first film.
You did?
And it's really interesting to come into a hotel room to see a couple of guys about 10 a.m. who have already watched Sex and the City first thing in the morning. And it was really weird, because as someone who lives in London, I've never been in a hotel room in London before. So that was an interesting experience for me, if not the rest of the day.
Well, what do you think of it? In no way are we affiliated with this hotel. It's the Crown Plaza in King's Cross. Which, so you'd think. I think in the 90s, this was once quite a proud hotel. But it's not tailored
We've had a very cold time, London. We got in last night and we couldn't for the life of us figure out the AC on this thing. So we're in there, because I mean, look, classic gag, but does the plus mean more cold or more hot? We don't know. So we're there twiddling knobs and stuff. It's freezing cold. We just want to get some shut eye, so I end up turning the thing off and hopefully the temperature will just normalise by the morning. We wake up even colder. Then when we went to bed, I have to ring front desk a couple of times. We get some maintenance men up there, and you know what they said while they were working up in the roof? They said, does the plus sign mean more hot or more cold? We heard them talking about it. Which was sort of vindicating for us, but quite bullshit considering how much we paid to be in there. So Guy and I were cuddled up under the sheets in bed watching quite a lot of this today. It was very intimate, while Glenn sort of looked on in a very repressed British way on the couch.
Just directly opposite them, not really watching the films. The interesting thing was how you dealt with the AC situation, because obviously hotel rooms in London hotel rooms anywhere sort of don't really fully open. Obviously just at the risk of sort of people watching up to 4 bad movies in a day. And so Tim got a pair of scissors.
The window you're talking about.
So Tim went over to the window, got a pair of scissors, unscrewed the window and opened it.
I think...
Now, I don't know what this next sentence necessarily means, but that's the most New Zealand thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, it was quite good. I used a teaspoon as well to jam in there, because it was quite a weird fixture. It wasn't a standard sort of Phillips head screw or anything. It was this weird...
And I've got to say, it was the best part of any of the 4 films.
Getting that window open.
The last thing Tim said when we were leaving the hotel room was, I don't think I can get that closed.
Yeah, I have broken it, unfortunately, but that's by the by.
So that was context for your arrival in this hotel room.
Yeah, and then as soon as I got there, we pretty much got cracking with We Are Your Friends.
A movie which you had not seen.
Or really, I mean, I was aware that you guys had done a series on it.
And you didn't. You didn't?
I listened to Grown Ups 2 and Sex and the City 2. I listened to both of those seasons, and by that point, I was overwhelmed by the number of podcasts that I had available to listen to. And life gets in the way. It was a film that I simply hadn't heard of. And so I watched it, and it's remarkable. It is stunningly bad. And I've never really watched a film where the focus is on someone's career progressing as like a club DJ, and you sort of,
it's incredible to me because it's a well-trodden genre.
But it's a sort of film that you feel like has been written defensively by a club DJ. And by the end, it confirms what you imagine all your parents think about the level of talent involved in being a club DJ.
It becomes the thing it's trying to correct.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's written by stupid people for stupid people.
Wow, easy there. It's written by Maximum Joseph and Megan Oppenheimer.
Well,
one of them's related to the father of the atomic bomb. You watch yourself.
Yeah, but I mean,
genes.
like the producer as well was the guy who produced Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, and they couldn't be further apart. Apart from the sense that I didn't really like either.
And both have 4 words in their title.
Quick math.
And jobs I've never done.
You've never been a friend? You piece of shit. I was wondering why you didn't get the movie. How can you relate to 4 people doing something you're not familiar with at all?
The only way I could, if I had to sum it up, having watched it, if I had to sum it up to someone who's like never seen it before, I'd say it's like out of the 2 Fire Festival documentaries. Right, it's for people who went to Fire Festival.
Yes.
But also, out of the 2 Fire Festival documentaries, it's like the worst one. But in the sense because it's full of all of those sort of things where they sort of go, they say something like McDonald's, and then the words appear on the screen in the McDonald's logo, and you're supposed to go, consumerism.
Well, have you ever watched a film where they talk about McDonald's, like I have, and been sitting there going, sorry, what?
We're talking about the farmer, or
we don't need everything to be illustrated. And then these things they always cut to like black and white footage of a really old Disney cartoon of like people eating sausages really rapidly, and it's on repeat over and over again. And again, politics. You go, yeah, consumerism there.